Hey, welcome back to Crafts and Coffee. My name is Julie. I hope you enjoyed today's video. So for project number 1, I am using scrapbook paper from Michaels and letters from Michaels as well, actually. I got these a couple years ago, but they do still have stuff that's very similar. I've just been waiting forever to do this project, so I'm super excited to finally do it. So I am just outlining it onto the scrapbook paper, and then I also got these squares from Michaels, and I'm also going to trace the tops with the scrapbook paper, and I'm just going to cut those out, and then I'm going to Mod Podge them onto the surfaces. I'm just going to say, I don't know who I heard this tip from. It was recent, so somebody recently, I was watching a video and they gave this tip about spraying your scrapbook paper with water before you put it onto the wood. And it works really well. I have never done that before, nor have I ever even thought to spray my paper with water, but it works really well. So then, of course, after that, after it dried, I took more Mod Podge and just sealed it off with the Mod Podge. Mod Podge. Everybody messes that up. So funny. So I found this giant jingle bell at Target. I think it was last year. You can find them anywhere. But I also just took a piece of sandpaper and I wanted it to look worn and weathered. So I just, roughed it up a bit until I thought it was beautiful. After that, I also took the sandpaper and went around the edges of each of the letters once they were dry. This is how I not only distress, but I also get rid of the excess paper that maybe overhangs. It always makes it a smooth edge and just kills two birds with one stone, and I'm all about cutting corners. So, yeah. So recently I saw some home decor somewhere, and the edges were lined with jute string, so I thought I would add that element to my decor piece because I really liked it. It made it really cute. So I took this jute string that I get at Walmart, and I like the one at Walmart. I've said this before, but I really like the one at Walmart because it's a little bit thicker, and it makes everything look really nice. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's perfect. So I took this. I do not put the jute string all the way around because I want it to be able to stand. So I just cut off at the bottom and then I just keep going around until I have covered the edges. For the little squares, I did the same thing with the jute string, but this time I just started at the top and I just keep making my way around the square until I get to the base. Super simple. When I flipped these over, I noticed that the back looked kind of, I don't know, just undone. It didn't look complete. So I just took some black paint, some apple barrel black paint, and I'm just painting the back of it so that it just looks more professionally made rather than something I DIY'd. To give it a little added stability, I just took some of these tumbling tower blocks and I painted them with the same apple barrel paint in black, and then I'm going to hot glue them to the letters, again, to give it more stability when it's standing. I don't want anyone knocking down my joy. I got this ribbon at Hobby Lobby a couple years back, and they still had it last year. I'm pretty sure they'll probably have it this year. It kind of seems like it's a really popular wreath type ribbon. But anyway, it's really cute ribbon. It's a wired ribbon, so it's really nice for this piece. And then I'm just securing it with a pipe cleaner because the pipe cleaner will be easy to put into that little hole on the top of the bell. And I'm just doing it like that. Just because of the design of this bow and just the way the ribbon is, I was kind of stumped a little bit on what to do in the middle. So I ended up just wrapping it in jute string and it looked super cute, super country. and that was kind of the look I was going for. So very cute. I was very satisfied.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells.
Here I just took those 2 square pieces and I'm making the base for the bell. So I am just going to hot glue and use E6000 to, or actually maybe I was just using hot glue. Whoops. But anyway, so I just secured them together with hot glue, and then I'm going to secure the bell to the base with hot glue and E6000 so that it stays put. I love my DIYs, and sometimes it's really difficult because I don't have a huge house, so I don't really have a whole lot of places to put all these things, and it's kind of discouraging to me personally when I spend so much time making something and then I have to, I don't have a place to display it, or I don't really have anybody to give it to. So I was just wondering, I'm just curious and just throwing this out there. Is it a smart or a fun idea to maybe give one of the ones that I do away in future videos? Not this one, because there's another giveaway later that I will talk about. But I'm just curious. Leave it in the comments below if you think it would be fun to maybe raffle off one of my DIYs on like every video. Because that would help me out, and maybe somebody doesn't have the resources or doesn't have the attention span to dedicate to something, and maybe somebody would want one. I'm just curious. Please leave a comment below again. So today I'm taking part in a Friend Friday hop created by Heidi Sambal, the one and only. And down below in the description box is a link to the next channel in this hop. There are other YouTube crafters playing along today, and we each are sharing some of our own Christmas DIYs, so I hope you enjoy. Each channel will be linked into the next, and that'll take you around in a full crafter circle, so it's super fun. I hope you enjoy, and click that video after this one's done. Another exciting thing is that there is a giveaway today. It is really easy to win. All you have to do is leave a comment on every single person's video on this friend hop. The comments will be checked, so make sure that they're genuine, and so we know that you are actually watching the videos. And we all pitched in to bring you this fantastic giveaway for the Christmas season. We are not giving away only 1, not 2, but 3 gift cards to 1 lucky winner. The gift cards will total $300, so make sure to hop to every single person's channel and comment below. Good luck, and I have a little person showing me some cute butterfly wings, so I have to go. So this craft is probably my favorite thing I think I've ever made. So I am taking some wood stain by Minwax in the color Early American. That is just the best color. And I'm staining all the wood on this chalkboard. It's like a framed chalkboard, standing chalkboard. I got it from Dollar Tree. And then 2 of those very popular wooden boxes, drawers. I'm sorry, I don't know what I want to say. After the stain dried, I'm using the same scrapbook paper that I used on my last project to cut out some squares for the sides and the inside of this box. And I'm really not feeling like I want to cut today, so I'm going to try a new trick. Ah, that's better. Next, I'm just trimming a couple of the squares because I failed to realize that the inside of the square is smaller than the outside. Duh. So I just did that, and now I am using some Mod Podge to secure the paper to the sides. I am actually going to put a piece of scrapbook paper on each of the sides and the back, as well as the back panel of the inside of the drawer. I hope I didn't lose you there.
Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought.
Next, I am sanding away the edges, and I'm doing this very roughly. I really like the worn and weathered look, so I'm not being delicate at all. And I'm just roughing up the edges, and like I said, it also gives it a very nice finish to the edges so that the paper is not sticking out of the sides and looking tacky.
I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bride was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lame, misfortune seemed his lot.
Next, I'm using 2 of these small hooks, but I didn't like the nickel color, so I'm going to take them outside and spray paint them bronze. And here, I thought I was doing myself a favor by roughing up the, breaking in the chalkboard, but it did not work, so I'm just going to do that later. I printed this out and designed it on my Cricut, and I will have this available on my Etsy shop, and the link is in the description box. So if you would like this sign, it is there. But I decided to take this sign, I stuck it on, and then I'm using a white paint marker from Michaels. It's just a plain, just simple white chalk, nothing special. It's not even a chalk one, it's just a regular white paint marker. And I'm coloring inside the stencil. This was actually super simple to do. I was really worried there would be bleeding, but there was not. So that's a good thing. And then because it's a paint marker, I felt like it looked too much like a paint marker. You could see the streaks. If you can't see so right now, I could definitely in person tell that it was like a marker. So I had this chalk pen from Dollar Tree, and I've been kind of using it here and there. It's like a big chalk crayon. So I just decided to fill in really roughly inside just to kind of make it look more chalky. Which you can do this or you can skip it, doesn't really matter. It's just your preference. And using my weeding tool, aka my dental tools from my previous job, I weeded my design and pulled it off, and voila. And here I'm using just a pencil because I am very nervous with adding decorations when I don't really feel very confident in my drawing abilities. So I kind of played around before I did it, and then I took a green paint marker and went over my pencil markings to make some holly. I found these really cute wooden stickers at Dollar Tree, so I'm using the Snowflake here, but as you can see, I'm kind of just fiddling around because I'm really not positive where I want to put it and where the best placement would be. And now I'm taking some chalk, and here is where I am making the chalk details so that it looks more like I have a used chalkboard. Alright, so now we're going to assemble. So I'm taking those 2 drawers, and I am using E6000 and a little bit of hot glue to glue them to the 2 boxes together. So next I took out the 2 drawers, realized that the hooks are a little bit longer than the thickness of the wood, so I needed to add something else to combat that thickness. So I grabbed 2 more of the tumbling tower blocks, and I am staining them with the same Minwax stain in Early American. And then I will adhere those, which is cool because it kind of ended up looking like drawer pulls anyway, so I really liked that addition. So I adhered them to each of the drawers using E6000 and wood glue. So these tumbling tower blocks, I'm just going to say, they are the hardest wood I have ever encountered at Dollar Tree. I tried really hard to screw these little hooks in, and they just did not work, so I had to bring in reinforcements. So I grabbed my trusty DeWalt handheld drill. I stinking love this thing. I used it in a previous video, and it is amazing. It helps me in all my little projects. It has this cool little light function. It was a little awkward at first because I didn't know how to use it, and it was just, but it is the most handy tool. It's super compact. They are in no way, shape, or form knowing who I am or sponsoring anything, but I recommend this tool for just everyday household things. It's just such a cool tool, and I love tools. I love tools and gadgets, and that is cool. So anyway, I am now assembling the chalkboard to the drawers, and I'm hot gluing that little piece down. I kind of didn't want to take it off because I didn't want the mark on the back, so I just glued it down, and it looks like it belongs, so it was okay. And then using 2 more of the tumbling tower blocks, the darker ones, I just adhered those to the drawers, and then I'm going to use some additional glue to adhere it to the chalkboard. And then it secures it all in place, which is nice. That top area was looking a little plain, so I grabbed some wooden beads that I have. I just get these off of Amazon. I will link them below if I can figure out which ones I bought. I'll look in my previous orders and see if I can find the ones that I bought. But they're a really good, decent price, and they're really nice quality. So I did that, and I'm using some more jute string, and I'm just going to make a little tassel decoration. That was a weird way of saying it, but yeah. So I'm just gonna, I thought it might be cute to add some wooden beads, give it that little, one of those little tassels, hanging tassel decorations. And I've never really made one, but I have made tassels in the past, so I'm just attempting to do it that way, the same way I've done them in the past. And I do have a video, I will link it above and maybe in the description box if I remember, to a tassel wall hanging, and that's where I learned how to do tassels, and it's super simple. So I will do that, and here I am just measuring out little pieces, and then I'm going to tie it in the middle and make a tassel.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Once that tassel decoration was complete, I just hot glued it to my liking, and it added just the perfect little touch to this top area. Don't you think? You would think I'm done, but I'm still not done with this project. I grabbed some of these tags. I picked these up a long time ago from Hobby Lobby, I believe, and they're really inexpensive. I want to say they're like $1.99 for a pack of like 50. Like, they have a really cute, and they're really good quality. So I thought these would be perfect. I was trying to think of what I wanted to hang because I do want this to be an advent calendar. I want this, I was thinking, I have 2 kids and I don't have a ton of space. So I was thinking this would be the perfect advent calendar because I can just put a prize in each box, and we can do a countdown every day where we change the tags on the front so that they change the date or the days to Christmas, and then I can put a little treat in each of the drawers, and every day they can go and find a little treat, and that'll be really fun. So I'm really proud of this. It's really cute. So now I'm just taking a brush pen from Michael's, and I'm just handwriting to the best of my abilities because I am learning some handwritten letters on each of the tags. And then because 2 of them were blank on the back, I thought it would be fun for that final day on Christmas Day to have something Christmassy to have on there. So I went ahead and I decided I was going to write out, "Oh, come let us adore him," since, you know, the reason for the season is Jesus. So I went ahead and did that. For my last project, I am just doing one more joy sign. I'm feeling very joyful. So I'm just using this wreath as a guide for how big I want the O to be. And then I'm using some leftover nautical rope that I bought at Dollar Tree. And I am just hot gluing it in a circle. And honestly, I didn't even really measure out anything. I just used this scrap I already had, and I just kind of went around in a circle till it was done. Next, I'm using the same paper as the other two projects to cut out the J and the Y in the leftover scrapping so they all match. And I did this crooked, so I had to redo it. Don't do that. It's not fun. And then I did the same thing with the Y, and again, I messed up because I had it facing me and I needed to flip it around. So I must have been tired when I did this. And we're going to try that Mary Poppins trick again, and nice. So again, I am using the Mod Podge, and then I'm spraying each of the scrapbook papers with water before I put them on top of the Mod Podge, and that way it is easier to move them around and get them centered properly, and it's just easier all around. And then I am doing the same thing I did in the first project, and I am just sanding the edges, getting rid of the excess that is overhanging, and making it all distressed and beautiful like I like. And then I am using the Mod Podge over the top to seal it. Next, I'm taking that O that I made, and I am just playing around and seeing the placement where I want it. And then I'm going to use some E6000 plus the hot glue, and I'm going to glue it in place. And I feel like I deserve some coffee now, and look at my cute fall coffee mug. Isn't it amazing? I decided I wanted a special coffee mug for every single holiday, and I have so far fall, Thanksgiving-ish, and then I have a Christmas one, which I can't wait to bust out. But technically it's still fall, so I'm going to use my fall cup and enjoy it. Next, I'm going to use this burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree to make a cute little bow to add to the O. I really liked how my other bow came out with the jute string in the middle, so I did that to this bow as well. And finally, I'm using these pieces of some boxwood picks that I had from Walmart, and I am just adding those around the bow to give it a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Embellishment, I guess? I'm gonna go with it. Embellishment. So thank you all for watching. I hope you love these DIYs as much as I do. I hope you participate in this friend hop. It is so much fun. And comment below for your chance to win. And don't forget to comment on everybody else's videos in this friend hop so that you can have a chance to win that $300 prize. And a special shout out to Clara Kurtzinger and Misty Wilcuts Myshak. Please tell me if I said that right. So sorry if I butchered it. But thank you so much for watching and subscribing. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.